Well, good morning, y'all. Back here on the dirt pad job. I still have no dirt. Today is Saturday. It's supposed to bring me some Thursday, and then yesterday, and then this morning, and I still don't have any dirt. So I'm gonna have to call them and see what the deal is. But the contractor called me after I got this done and said he had to move the pad up about 40 or 50 feet. So I've still got more dirt to strip off, but I guess it is what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get a hold of my dirt guys. I got to get the trailer out of my way now, and I guess we'll strip off some more topsoil. All right, guys, I just got all the topsoil stripped off the other part up here and wasted around. I tried to put some more back up to where I cut it out the other day on the back side. Dump truck still hasn't showed up, but this is what we can do while we're waiting on that. I got a new filter housing and pump and everything else to go on the skid steer, so let's get this thrown on there. I'm sure as soon as I start on it, the dump truck will show up, and then I'll need the skid steer. So right here is the original. All it is just 2 bolts holding it on, and unclip the power to the pump, and there's 3 lines coming in. I'll have to make sure keep those situated, so let's set y'all up right here. Well, y'all guys, in true Lindsay fashion, I have forgot the fittings that came with the new system, and the ones on the old system right here won't work. So I guess I'll have to run back to the house real quick. Well, guys, 4 hours later, and I still don't have the correct fittings. The problem is this right here is a half 20, whatever you want to call it. And this is a 9/16, and I cannot find anywhere that has a 9/16 fitting and a 5/16, I think, hose barb. I don't even remember what size it is. It's all just oddball. So what I'm gonna do is put the old one back on and just put the pump on it and see if the filter will screw on it and seal off. I was really wanting to replace this thing right here, but I'll have to try to find the correct fittings somewhere else to make that housing work. And as y'all can see, I still have no dirt, so I've got to find new dirt guys now. Oh, it's been a day. Sometimes you just got to go home and start over. All right, y'all, I think the skid steer is a lot better. I'm still gonna try to get that other housing to put on there because I think that one's just not sealing off as good as it should be, but it's definitely better. I guess it's supposed to rain a good bit tomorrow, so I don't know. This job was supposed to be done by today and still no dirt. Good morning, guys. We're back out here on the dirt pad job. It has been a rat race this morning. I've already had 6 truckloads already brought in here. It's actually waiting on me this morning. They dumped at the ditch there, got a road cut in. I'll talk a little bit more about what I had to do. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. Tony called me last night and said, hey, we got to move the house pad back to where it was. So I took basically all this topsoil, put it back where I stripped off the first time. So I just had to strip that again. So it's probably going to take even more dirt now than we thought, because I had to cut that down, make sure I got all that topsoil back out of there. So I got 2 trucks running, and it's going to be hard for me to keep up with them by myself. I may have to put Tony in the skid steer over here to pack down. So that's what we got going on this morning. All right, I got the first lift packed in. Truck just showed back up. I got the roads kind of fixed back down. Yeah, that's looking good right there. That's good, buddy. Don't go all the way back. Good dirt too. Stuff's packing good. Got some good moisture in it. It's almost a little too wet, but it should get better throughout the day. Oh yeah. Let's go jump on the dozer real quick. put Tony in the skid steer. I think I can keep up with them now that I've got here and gotten caught up. But I told him at least I'll show him how to run it just in case we get behind or something. But those trucks backing over, it's going to help a lot too. It's just going to take a lot of dirt. I want to try to bring the pad up at least 2 feet from this corner, because this corner is the highest. I was really wanting to take that topsoil, put it back over here, but I just didn't have time to do all that this morning. They changed it. They just changed it at the last minute, so where's Jimmy at when you need him? think, counting these 2 loads, that's 17 loads so far. She's coming on up. It's looking pretty good. I really need to get my front established here, get that corner on grade, and then I can shoot it, see where I'm at across it. But I mean, I know I'm still pretty low all the way across it, but trucks are running in here pretty good today, so we may get back close to getting this thing done today. I know I got a lot of shaping up around the thing to do. What I really want to do, because the road is going to come, or the driveway is going to come right beside the house, so all this water that's coming this way, I'm afraid is going to get right up in here in the corner and sit. And I was telling Tony we may have to put a catch basin or something and run it under the driveway, because she's wanting a concrete driveway. But once I get everything done, I may try to cut that down over there and let water go out that way around, because it slopes off back there pretty good. But I don't know, it may be too much dirt to really move and kind of mess up the yard over there. I don't know yet. Kind of really got messed up when we had to move this thing 3 times, but it is what it is at this point. Well, y'all, just had something crazy happen with the skid steer. I think the battery is about gone on it. It's either that or the alternator's not really charging, but I crunk it up and I just needed to move it out of the way to strip this out and turn the key off, and the thing wouldn't turn off. It's like the power would go off, but it was still somehow getting fuel and it was still sitting there running. But what I did is I got in it and I packed this down some more, run it a little bit, and went over there and parked it, and she turned off. So I don't know, I don't know what's going on with that thing. I hope it can make it through this job though. But I checked grade over there. I'm still about not quite a foot, but close to it, I guess, off. But the rest of the pad, I mean, it's pretty well, it's not level, but it's not too far. Like this back corner is not very far from the front, so pretty much the whole pad still needs to come up roughly a foot. But I was talking to Tony and I was like, hey man, how's she gonna get in here to her garage and everything? So I basically had to strip even more over, and all this has got to be built up because that's where the concrete drive is going to go to get into her garage. So still got to have a lot more dirt, and here comes another truck. All right, y'all, we got one more load coming and that should do it. Sorry I didn't get to film much putting this road in, but these trucks have kept me hopping today, which is good. I think we just got off the phone with him, and one more load and that will be 45 loads. I was guessing around at least 30, but the time I had to move some more of that dirt out, moving the pad back and forth, the further back we went with it, the higher that corner had to be. So, you know, wasn't off too bad, but luckily this was a time and material job and I don't have to eat that. But what I plan on doing is I'll talk more about it tomorrow. I should finish it up tomorrow. Luckily we had some good sun today and it dried up all the kind of mud I pushed around earlier today, scatter it out and let it start drying out. But I'm going to take this yard and pull it up to the pad now, because y'all can see I'm pretty good. I'm a good bit above grade, and that's good. It will let me bring a lot of that dirt around on that side of the house around this way, because I don't want water to come in here. I'd rather water run around the house that way, and on that side of the drive go out that side. So that should give me plenty of room to do all that, and I will do that tomorrow. But I'm going to check grade on my pad real quick. I left me some piles here and there, that way I can move it around with a skid steer kind of where I need it. Well, good morning people. This should be the last day. Got a couple hours to finish this thing up. Tony's got his guys here building brick boxes, and I'm going to get back on this pad real quick and pack it down real good, and then cut my final grade. It's a little bit low in that corner, which is fine. because I got plenty of height back there. And what I'll do is I'll pack it down, and I'll probably set my grade to that back corner and then just cut the rest of it down, because y'all can see how much I've got it built up. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So let me go fire up the skid steer. And I told y'all that it was doing something weird yesterday, and I'm pretty sure it's just a fuel shut off solenoid. I did a little bit of research on it. I couldn't see a shut off solenoid in there, and I know it's got to have one, because that thing can siphon itself through that filter, because all that is a fuel pump. It don't have a actual shut off. That's probably all it is. At least that's what I hope it is, and it could be a relay too. I just haven't messed with it much. But get this old girl fired up and warmed up. All right, I got her packed down. I'm gonna check grade to find my lowest corner. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be either that one or that one. I would really like to work that dirt that way and then that way, but it's gonna be kind of hard to do, not knowing how much I need to cut down here and go that way. But I think it'd be okay. Let me check grade real quick. All right, guys, I'm sitting on the pad now at my lowest point, or where I want grade to be. And all I'm doing is I set my blade down to grade, and I go on here to my slope assist. Where's it at? Yeah. Okay, and I just match whatever this angle. Well, I want my blade set at 0%, but right now I'm sitting. I'll show y'all. See how that's changing? When I set my blade down, whatever that blade is sitting on, that's what I want to stay at. So I copy that angle of what it's sitting on, but I want my blade at 0%. So when I put it in gear and I push the button, y'all can see that blade do its thing. I'm gonna go slow here. And it is basically keeping that grade where I just set it at. I kind of want that dirt to go this way. I'm going to be probably 5 or 6 inches high on this other end, on this other corner, which is fine. That right there is all you got to do. And then I go back to where I was at, where I know grade is. And I just keep carrying that grade across. Back up to a good known spot, hit my grade button again, carry it on out. It's not quite GPS, but it is definitely better than doing it by grade stick and in and out of the machine so much. Now, like Sam's got the GPS on his dozer, he could have went to that high spot and said, hey, I need to cut down 6 inches and started from there. But I kind of have to be on a known grade. That's the difference in GPS and what this thing can do now. That I'm on grade over here, I can turn around and push back this way if I wanted to. That's probably what I'm going to do once I get about halfway across the pad. I really need worry about it. We can move dirt around, but I want to get them as close as I can. That way they don't have to work as much dirt around. On grade in the center of the pad. I don't have to back up as far, but okay, guys and gals, I think I am going to call this one. Here is the pad. The guys are there setting up their form boards, as y'all can see. I had to cut it down about another 6 inches.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Thank you for interrupting me. I had to cut it down about another 6 inches, but we're still good all the way around, and plus the concrete's going to raise it up even that much more. We kind of got into a bind a little bit. My boy Tony there, when he flagged it out, we kind of got it out of square, and of course I never checked it because that's just not something I do. But this corner was out a couple feet from when they tried to square the house up, so I basically had to cut out a corner and move it around, and that took a little bit, and then kind of messed up everything else, but we got it figured out. The dozer it don't just do great, in my opinion, as far as keeping grade, because I could cut grade in this thing, and well, I finally had to get one of them with a laser and come behind me and make sure I was staying on grade, because by the time I would carry that all the way across, it would be several inches off So I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm probably going to call Cat and tell them, say, hey, y'all come out here and let's check this thing and make sure it's actually calibrated and I'm doing it correctly. I mean, I could be doing it completely wrong, but I don't think so. But anyway, I got all the topsoil spread out. I know it doesn't look the greatest, but that's just a thin layer of topsoil. The county finally came and set the culvert a little bit ago. I don't have time to deal with that right now, but I told them just to leave that rock piled there, because they're going to save this dirt just in case they need any more for the pad, which they shouldn't, because they still have to dig all their footings. So they should have dirt there, but wound up being 45 loads of dirt. I think it's turned out pretty good. I don't think she's going to have any issues with water. Shouldn't anyway. I wanted to spend a little bit more time grading it out around the edges and stuff here, but I mean, once it rains on it, it's going to be fine. We wound up basically moving this thing 3 times, so luckily we finally had it to where it was supposed to go by the time the dirt started getting brought in, so that didn't really cost them anything. But you know, all in all, it took me about 3 days, I guess, on my part. Of course, I've been here for way longer than 3 days, but you know, 3 working days. Could have had it done in 2.5, possibly 2, if we hadn't had to. Well, I know 2 days if I hadn't had to move everything again and again. But you know, things happen. It is what it is. But I enjoyed this job. I don't do it enough. I let just easy jobs like this worry me because I think about it too much. But I wish I did it more. I said before, I'd rather run up in these woods right here and go to knocking this stuff down and cleaning it up as I had built a dirt pad. I don't know why. I think about this stuff too much and I overcomplicate it. And once I get done with it, I'm like, man, why am I sitting here worried about this? It's dirt. But anyway, that's going to be a wrap on this one, y'all. I don't know what I got next. I got to go look at a job this weekend. I got some kind of pending. Just depends on if people pull the trigger on them or not. So we'll see. I'm still very busy with my other stuff I talked about in the last video. That stuff's about to probably really ramp up. So anyway, but I appreciate y'all's support, guys. Y'all please hit the like button and leave me a comment. Y'all keep your eyes open. I'll see you later.